Hello everyone, I'm Meg Taggart in the online campus at Cal State East Bay. I'm just going to explain very quickly how to use Zoom to record an interview. And we're going to start by showing you just quickly how to set up your own Zoom Pro account that's affiliated with Cal State East Bay, in fact, the CSU system. Just type into your URL line csueb.zoom.us and it'll take you to this sign-in page where you will just use your net ID and password to sign in. It'll ask you to download the Zoom launcher, which takes less than 10 seconds, very efficient. This is what it will look like. If you open it afterwards, you can just open the Zoom launcher directly from your computer to set up your meetings and start your meetings or schedule a meeting. So here is the Zoom launcher, and I just want to show you these tabs at the bottom because this is where you're going to look for your recorded sessions. The second tab here, we're going to show you how to record in a minute, but the second tab here where it says meetings, it takes you to upcoming and it shows you your schedule, but also you can click on the button called recorded, and here are just some short recordings that I created as a demonstration, just trying to test this. So one of the important things about setting up your account first is that this is the area that you will be able to access all of your recorded sessions, even if you have been invited to a meeting by someone else. If you log in with this account, you will always be able to come to this tab, even from within your own desktop, to access your recordings. So let's go ahead and click on one of those now, and you can see how this opens up in your URL window because we have saved it to the cloud. That was one of my options. I could have chosen to, when I recorded, I could have chosen to save it to my own desktop, and that would have loaded an MP4 directly on your desktop, which is fine. You can do that as well. But then if you're going to share it, you have to transfer that MP4 to someone else, and it could be a fairly large file depending on the length of your interview. So you can see here that I have the options to download, delete, and share. So if I click on share, what I'm going to get is some information about where the audio and video was recorded to. You can see that I directly use my personal meeting room, which was the dedicated URL just for me when I set up my account. Don't usually want to share that one with anyone. I would rather schedule a meeting to share it. But here you can see is the recording URL. That's where it's located. You can also enable a password if you wanted to, but you want to basically just copy that URL. I hit Control-C, or you can right-click and say copy. And if you want, again, you can enable a password and save that in here. I'm not going to do that. So basically, it's just telling us to paste the recording links to some sharing device or some sharing option. And I am just going to do that by going to my email for the time being. I could send this to someone. I could send it to myself. I could actually post it into Blackboard if that was the requirement for this assignment. I'm going to hit Control-V, and there's the recording link. Let's just go ahead. I'm going to test it over here as well in another web window. Good morning. Okay, that's enough. That was the one I recorded. So again, you can see at the top of this window, you also have a share button. So you could test it first and share directly from here, or again, choose to download it. Okay, here we are again at our Zoom launcher that I have opened up directly from my desktop. And what I want to show you very quickly is exactly how to record any session that you have initiated or that someone else has invited to you. And I'm going to begin by starting the session with video. And it opens straight up to the speaker. I'm the only one in here at this moment. I'm going to go ahead and say, OK, join by computer, which brings me to my control panel at the bottom. And you can see I can mute myself, stop the video. I have a number of options down here. I can even just launch a meeting like this and then come down here and invite someone directly to the meeting at the time that it begins. And that will integrate with your, if you have your CSUEB email account open. It's very easy. It will open, you can invite them by email, or you can just click on the meeting ID at the top of the screen and email that to them, or give them the number somehow, and they can just put this into their URL line and go through the same steps that we've gone through to set up our account or just to join the meeting. So here is the famous record button right here. This is the one that I'm going to click on, and it'll give me two options here to record on the computer, which it takes a little time after the end of the meeting. You may see it working. Don't interrupt it. It will basically take a while to create the video and download it to your desktop. The other option is to record to the cloud, and that was the way that I already demonstrated how to get it and share it out. So I'm going to go ahead and click record to the cloud. You can see that there's a little icon up in this corner that tells you that it is in fact recording. You can pause the recording at certain points if you are setting up a meeting and you're just waiting for someone. You don't want to edit that out, or you could stop the recording. And I tested this in case you forget to stop the recording. It did record for me, so I'm not sure. It's always best to stop the recording, but chances are if you forget, it will still record the meeting. And that's it for my demonstration. Good luck with your interviews.